So a researcher has actually been sued for sharing data stolen by ransomware with media. The city's administration announced that no systems had been encrypted, but they were looking into the possibility that sensitive data might have been stolen in the attack.
City of Columbus. Sorry, I forgot to include that. It's City of Columbus, and they had, a ransomware attack earlier this year, which we probably covered.
On the same day, Residia Ransomware claimed responsibility for the attack, alleging they stole 6.5 terabytes of databases, including employee data, server dumps, city video camera feeds, and other information. On August 8th, after failing to extort the City of Columbus, the threat actors published 45% of stolen data, comprising 260,000 files, exposing much of what they previously claimed to be holding. Now, on the day of the data leak, on the portal that they used on the dark web, Columbus Mayor Andrew Ginther stated on local media that the disclosed information was neither valuable nor usable and that the attack had been successfully thwarted. A few hours later, they disputed the mayor's claim that no sensitive or valuable data was exposed by sharing information with the media about what the leaked dataset included. And this person was Connor Goodwolf, who's the researcher. In response to this, on August 12th, the mayor claimed that the exposed data was encrypted or corrupted, so the leak is unusable and should be of no concern to the public. But Goodwolf disputed these claims, sharing samples of the data with the media to illustrate that it contained unencrypted personal data of people in Columbus. Now is where things get fun. So there's a lawsuit that's being submitted by the Columbus City alleging that Goodwolf's conduct of spreading stolen data was both negligent and illegal, resulting in great concern in the community. Moreover, the city alleges that the leaked data isn't accessible to anybody, as Goodwolf stated, as it was published on a platform of limited access requiring knowledge to locate. The complaint notes that Goodwolf's sharing of law enforcement data and the alleged plans to create a website for people to see if their data was exposed interferes with police investigations. In a press conference about the lawsuit, City Attorney Zach Klein says that the lawsuit is not about suppressing free speech, as Goodwolf can still talk about the leak, but is aimed at preventing him from downloading and disseminating the stolen information. Really unfortunate story. I mean, if what they're doing is not okay, that would mean people like Krebs on security are also doing something wrong. People who are trying to just publicize whether or not they were caught in a data breach. There is something called proper disclosure. There are typically rules to this that prevent them from just exposing the raw data to the people to be able to see it. This seems wrong on so many accounts, and I think it's really embarrassing for a city that clearly screwed up, and they're the ones who jeopardize the safety of people, is now trying to point fingers at a researcher just simply trying to say that these people actually should be concerned because something did happen to them, whereas the city's saying nothing happened. And the city's outright lying. They're saying that it was fully encrypted, there's no risk, and then the researchers saying, no, it was actually unencrypted, it's public information, and it actually does have very sensitive data. So very embarrassing for the city of Columbus. I'm sure that we have at least one listener who's from the city of Columbus, so make sure to share this around with people you know, and see if you can contact these people and let them know that this is pretty insane. Really weird story. Not the first time we've seen something like this, though.
I was going to say, I'm reminded of, I think it was Missouri, where somebody hit F12. And for those of you who don't know, F12 shows you the source code of the webpage. You can go do it to my website. You can go do it to Henry's website. You can go do it to any website. Okay, don't do it to Henry's website because that's hacking and he'll sue you. But seriously, somebody was like poking around the HTML code, and apparently there were like SSNs embedded in the code for reasons. They didn't even like tell the media. They told the city directly. They're like, hey, just FYI, this is here. Kind of not cool. I wanted to let you know so you could fix it. And the governor sued him for hacking. And it's like, number one, you're showing that you're an idiot. Number two, that's not how any of this works. But yeah, this is what it makes me think of. And like, honestly, I have so many thoughts. First of all, the part of me that hates government and politicians is like, here we go. Politicians just lying because they want to look good. Like, oh, nothing even happened. Yes, it did. Well, it was encrypted. No, it wasn't. They're flat out lying. So my other thought is, first of all, I wonder if that's a lawsuit because he lied. Like full on, flat out lied. The other thought that I had was like, it's so dumb to say like, oh, this requires knowledge to know how to get it. That's like saying it requires knowledge to know how to go to YouTube and look up how to change the tire on my car. Like, yeah, okay, you have to download Tor and find the dark web website, which granted, you know, those aren't indexable in a search engine. It's not like you just type it into Google, but I'm sure it's not exactly hard to poke around.
Thanks for watching this clip. It's actually taken from the Surveillance Report podcast, which is our full-length podcast where we talk about privacy and security news every single week. We post it on YouTube as a video. We also post it on PeerTube for those of you who don't like YouTube. And we also post it as an audio version that you can find on every major podcasting app, as well as just RSS. Check us out either here on the screen somewhere or at surveillancesupport.tech, and stay up to date out there so you can keep yourself and the people around you safe.